With y'all collective, this gonna be a current energy reading for February of 2026. Y'all make sure I give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if y'all enjoy the content. I will have a donations link in the description box below. So what do we have for clairvoyant investigative reading? Clairvoyant investigative reading. One more shuffle. All right, so we have the Star reverse Aquarius energy, the Ace of Wands reverse, Six of Cups reverse, the Emperor reverse. Okay, so this is in regards to a controlling situation that could be pertaining to some type of authority figure or a father figure. King of Pentacles, the Moon reverse, Cancer energy, Aries energy, Page of Cups, Five of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Two of Cups reverse, the Patient Man, Pisces energy, the Page of Swords, the King of Cups, the Two of Swords reverse, the Devil, and the Hierophant. So with the current investigative energy of what I'm getting here currently, hold on, with the situation, is there's an energy that is surrounding somebody relentlessly involving an abusive father figure or an abusive authority figure that keeps on relentlessly attacking somebody involving children. And these are the individuals that are connected to that. Bro, I wish we could exercise our First Amendment to the extreme because I'm telling you, bro, I know what I would say. I know what I would say. Where the fuck is the FBI at? Where is these authority figures at when it comes to this situation being out of control? Since when is it okay to attack a child? What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Your agency's looking real sad right now, bro. FBI, where you located at, and you involved with allowing these individuals to keep on continuously hurting these children this way, you looking real bad, bro. You looking real fucking bad. You ain't worth a fuck. Lord Jesus, as I speak to the heavenly divine realm, as I'm looking up at the clouds right now, Lord Jesus, may you send your heavenly divine angels down to different states of federal agents that do their job the right way to get a hold of this information that has this situation held up when it comes to these youngins being attacked, Father God. And may each and every last one of these motherfuckers fry in the name of Jesus. May they fry. May their positions get exposed. May this whole situation get exposed. This is not okay, Lord, for these children to be attacked that way. This is not okay. May your divine heavenly protection come down and guide these individuals in a different state to locate this information and locate these crimes that are being committed. Because federal law has jurisdiction even in another state. They could actually go out of state and travel. There's nothing being done about these individuals relentlessly using children as a weaponization and attacking these youngins repetitively, and ain't nobody doing anything about it in position of power, Lord. May your heavenly divine intervention laws come through physical law in another state to get their attention, to show them where this is located at, to have it stopped. This is resonating with my situation. The state of Louisiana, they're allowed to do this type of shit to youngins. Officials are allowed to use them as a weaponization, exploit them, traffic them, and have you attacked because of what the fuck they're doing. They're allowed to do that in that state. That's why I left. Is by any chance another state of the FBI investigating that? This is a satanic cult that's doing this to children. Yes. Yes. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They'll find out a lot of individuals are involved in this fucking abuse, bro. A lot of individuals are involved in it. There could be up to over 30-something people or to 300 and something people involved with that. This give me the vibes of either 30 people or 300 or something people that's connected to that. Yeah, they are investigating it. This is connected to satanic ritual abuse. King of Cups reverse. They're investigating a lot of perverted activity. There's something very significant about lawyer vibes. So I'm getting something to do with lawyer vibes. Something very significant about lawyer vibes. Or it could be investigating a situation in regards to an attorney not doing their job the right way. That's supposed to be there to diffuse and help you with a situation, but yet wasn't doing their job the right way, or just could be in general an attorney. They're finding out a lot of perverted shit that's being manipulated with the Magician reverse. Page of Wands. The Sun card, this is in regards to somebody speaking out. Somebody is speaking out about this being done. Judgment. It's on evaluation. So this is being evaluated. Leo, Scorpio, Virgo, Gemini energy. The Star, Aquarius energy. the Moon, Cancer energy, the Hermit, Virgo energy, the Temperance, Sagittarius energy. So there's 5 major arcanas in a row here. Queen of Swords, Page of Cups reverse, the 4 of Swords reverse, the Queen of Cups, and the 5 of Pentacles reverse. They know that something is hidden when it comes to somebody that's supposed to be in a connection with somebody, right? There could be a connection that's on evaluation, and there's authority figures connected to a situation involving a relationship. These two are really not compatible with each other, but they may be using this individual that they may be in a connection with against an innocent person to try to have them accused of doing shit that they're not doing, when in reality, it's this sick fuck that's doing it. Somebody's being seen to be having relations with a perverted motherfucker with the King of Cups reverse. That's what's on evaluation. And somebody is relentlessly behind the scenes manipulating shit as if it's somebody else. But yet this is linking it right back to a connection. This is linked back to a connection. But there's somebody else that may be single with the Magician reverse, so they're trying to manipulate things back off on them, but they ain't got no connection to this connection here. This is involving a connection. They definitely have a lot of illumination on the situation with the sun. That is a yes. They are investigating that. And this is definitely connected to a few authority figures with the 6 of Pentacles reverse. This could also be connected to, if this is a connection involving a marriage, I don't really know how to identify that when it comes to a relationship. But if this is connected to a marriage, this could be a marriage scam or fraud. Something about a connection, a fraudulent connection. They're manipulating things in order to try to have somebody be viewed upon as if they're the ones that's doing this, to try to fit a false narrative of something that somebody's not. And there is indeed authority figures that's connected to 2 people here that's in a connection. And one of these individuals are a pervert that's been seen to be doing shady shit involving children. That's connected to authority figures. Could be investigating a Cancer with all this water energy here. Leo, Cancer energy very heavily. Sagittarius, Virgo energy. They are investigating it. It's a confirmation right here that they are. And they have this under evaluation because of what's being done to these individuals. They're using them to manipulate things, to abuse these individuals, and all to commit scams with the 6 of Pentacles reverse. So they're uncovering the fact that a connection is being ritualistic or ritualized, or however you say that. There's a connection that's being used in a ritualistic manner in order to commit scams and to abuse these individuals. While trying to forcefully have somebody else falsely accused of doing that, but they're not. This is all linking this back to a couple here. And one of them in a connection is a pervert. Could be a masculine. So what's going on here? And this is connected to scamming. This is also going to find the wrong person innocent. And the person that's been hiding throughout all this time in a connection with somebody will be exposed. Could have some agents showing up to their front door. Good. So who is this that's getting caught with that? Let's go ahead and do a deeper investigative reading. So they are investigating that with the 3 of Pentacles. They are. They have enough exposure on the situation to actually do something to investigate it. There's enough exposure on it. And I'm getting that it's working in their favor too. They actually have something to work with because there's enough exposure on it. So who is this that's getting caught with this situation? There's no longer hunches. There's legitimate evidence and a leeway of enough exposure on it is what I'm hearing intuitively. That's all I'm really getting. Who is this getting caught? 9 of Cups, the 7 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the 3 of Cups, the 2 of Swords. People that are playing like they don't know what's going on. They're trying to act like they don't know what's going on. 4 of Cups reverse, the Strength card, the Knight of Cups, the 10 of Wands reverse, and the 4 of Wands reverse. Could be somebody that's in a connection with the 4 of Wands reverse. Somebody that's in a connection. Somebody's getting caught in this individual's energy is what it looks like. The same individuals that has friends. Sounds like to me there's a couple getting caught causing illusions and confusion. And the same individuals that keep on trying to act like they don't know what's going on, but they know exactly what's going on. The same individual that may be stuck in a connection somewheres, in an unhappy connection. The same individuals that has been causing illusions about somebody that they're not, while hiding in this person's energy. Possibly using their identity in order to commit this type of crime. Involving these individuals with the Page of Swords reverse. So how are they getting caught? Something online. Knight of Pentacles. Manipulating the narrative. Something about manipulating the narrative. Pisces energy. 4 of Cups. 6 of Cups reverse. Because these individuals keep on running their mouth and keep on doing shady shit. 7 of Pentacles. Something involving finances. 10 of Swords. Knight of Cups. Because they keep on betraying the innocent person. They keep a cycle on, because the same thing keeps being repeated over and over and over and over and over. 5 of Wands reverse. The Hermit reverse. This is connected to a lot of fraud. 8 of Swords reverse. How is this getting caught? Because of a marriage, a fraudulent marriage. This is linking all back to a fraudulent marriage that was committed in the past when it comes to this individual separation. This connected to a fraudulent marriage. And something is relentlessly being manipulated with youngins ever since then. Ever since that they got with this person. So if somebody left you and got with somebody else, this right here was a fake proposal. something very significant about a proposal. This is definitely connected to a long-term, so-called long-term stable connection bullshit. This is all connected to a lot of corruption, fraud, money laundering. Definitely a heavier load of fraud here to betray the hell out of you while manipulating the narrative. Just how they keep on doing this now, currently. It's still being manipulated. And this was being held through conversations, what it looks like. They're excessively doing this over and over and over and over and over, and all to try to sit there and to hurt you and to target you with a Ten of Swords energy. And the sad part about it is, brother, using these individuals to do it. And also somebody from your past that may be at a long distance, because that's all about leaving home. This is somebody at a long distance that you don't live anywhere around them. Damn. Somebody don't want me to get that message out. Somebody does not want me to get that message out. Damn. That was a spirit of oppression trying to oppress me. They don't want me to get that message out. Somebody at a long distance. Yep. Why did I cough like that? That was a spirit of oppression. Look at that. Five of Pentacles reversed. Exactly. They don't want some type of business to be exposed. Okay, so that's connected to a business that has been going on in reverse. Yeah, they definitely don't want me to get that message out. Some of you could be an earth sign, Pisces, Virgo. Some of you could have been a Virgo that could have been going through that, but that's going to be slowed down and come to a complete halt with the Knight of Pentacles energy. Yeah, somebody definitely don't want me to get that message out. That was an oppressive energy. Clarify that. Because everything is coming back to you being innocent. If somebody's been doing something behind the scenes to catfish. This is connected to marriage fraud. That's a fraudulent marriage that this investigation is leading these investigators to on a federal level. And these individuals have been using this to their advantage and all to try to get you stuck in a situation and all to keep on betraying you and targeting you when it comes to youngins. When it's these fuckers that's behind that. So this is how it's getting caught, by continuing with a cycle. Ongoing cycle. How was this marriage discovered? They're going to pull this individual out of this fucking marriage, whether they like it or not. And this person going to go their ass to prison. What it looks like. They're with a predator, bro. I'm also getting, they got detailed information that this marriage was premeditated and set up for that to happen because of conversations before the marriage even took place. They got all of that. So what was that I asked? How was they unable to uncover like what was going on? Like how they found out about this marriage? Some about travels. Knight of Swords, Chariot card, travels. Something involving travels and somebody being bothered every time that they travel. Somebody relentlessly trying to cause trouble and problems to somebody traveling in a vehicle. There's explicit things being done. Yep, exactly. Fake pages. Somebody keeps on manipulating something in regards to the fake pages, connecting this to youngins. Look at it, 2 pages reverse again. They keep manipulating something with youngins every time somebody travels. This could also have something to do with a school bus since that's yellow. It could have something to do with a school bus because that could be like a long vehicle. There's something very significant about a school bus because it got yellow in the background. Yellow in the background right here too. 10 of Wands reverse. Queen of Cups. This could be resonating with a Cancer feminine. 2 of Swords reverse. Page of Cups. Somebody don't want to leave this individual alone. Someone don't want to leave them alone. It keeps on hurting somebody that they could have been separated from. The 8 of Wands. And the World reverse again with the Star. Could be somebody in the public eye, or there's a lot of publicity that has drawn the attention of federal authorities on this situation. And they're finding out that this Queen of Cups here is under attack and unable to get out of a situation. Maybe forced to be quiet. She's being lied on in regards to every time she, like, there could be something going on where she's lied on. She's lied on when it comes to children, but yet there's nothing wrong with this female at all. But there's something about somebody else, like this person that they was connected to a while back, is also being hurt and harmed. That could be at a bit of a distance with the World reversed. They're also finding out that something is forced to have this individual transport something with the 6 of Swords reverse. But what they're doing is not illegal. What other people are doing behind the scenes to try to set this individual up, they're with a trafficker. This Queen of Cups is with a trafficker and a perverted individual. That's connected to other perverted individuals. That's connected to a situation involving this individual's betrayal with the 3 of Swords. So this is a global type of trafficking, transnational organized crime situation, what it sounds like. You think the Fed's going to ignore that? No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not, bro. Not with this situation. There's another victim here that is being hurt and harmed every time they travel. If this is involving a bus, or this could be in regards to a field trip, you know how some people, they have field trips and they got buses that travel people. Instead of us have a job at transporting children or traveling with children through a bus, but it's not in a deceptive way. And somebody keeps on possibly doing something in regards to that to try to get this individual in trouble. But this is all premeditated in order to have this individual specifically put in this position where that can happen. Was this forced on this Queen of Cups? Yes. Yes, 10 of Pentacles reverse again. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Just like this marriage was too. They're looking into all that. I'm getting that they're getting a big. They got social media. They got evidence on social media how this marriage was rushed too. With the 10 of Pentacles reverse. That way they could connect this to this illegal, shady business of this trafficking and exploitation and all that. Yep. This individual is unable to walk away. That's awesome how this has been exposed about the social media. They're looking in the social media posts like how fast this marriage progressed. They're like, This could have progressed over 10 months. Something about 10 months. That right there was a sign in itself that something is wrong, something's off, something is off. This individual was forced into a connection and being forced to do things that they really don't want to do to pull them away from their divine purpose is what it is. That was a bad investment. And they see that everything that is being tampered with this situation could be connected to this individual that this individual is staying with the Ten of Pentacles reverse. Something is leading this investigation back to a Cancer female with these two cards right here. That's a Cancer lady, a lady right here and a lady right there. It's a Cancer lady involving her travels. And something keeps on being done to this individual to cause harm to her and cause harm to somebody else that she's separated from. Once again, involving youngins. Give me more information, Holy Spirit. How's the FBI handling this fucked up ass connection that this person is in, along with these people that's connected to it? How are they handling that? The Most High is going to make sure they got some individuals that pull this individual out of there. Watch. Watch. I think you're going to force somebody into shit that they really don't want to do. And to be quiet about it. All they need is a U.S. Attorney's Office along with some federal prosecutors and to collaborate with the DOJ, the Department of Justice, and put charges against your ass for that. And that's your ass, bro. The Empress. The Emperor reverse. So they're going to succeed with pulling through with the Ten of Wands. They're going to go through with this. They're doing things by the book. Feds are doing things by the book. Shout out to y'all. Wherever they're located at, that's doing their job the right way, they're doing things by the book. Now, if it'd be like this, it'd be like, but it's in the upright position. So they're doing things by the book. And they are doing the right thing by pulling through with this investigation. Good. Three of Pentacles, as I'm saying that. They're doing their job the right way. Excellent. The Fool. Six of Pentacles reverse. They're going to pull through on this situation and have these individuals confronted. Three of Swords reverse. Five of Cups reverse. The Five of Pentacles reverse. The Knight of Swords, that's all about rushing in. And the Eight of Wands. Okay, so they're going to be taking some action. Federal law is going to be taking some action against a few crooked officials here, what it looks like. With the Six of Pentacles reverse. They may have to result into traveling. With the Knight of Swords, y'all may have to travel by airplane. This could be airline travels. So this is definitely going at a long distance, huh? With the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands energy. This is the kind of energy I like. This is the kind of energy right here. I get down. I like that energy. All about taking action. I know it may take a good while, a good minute to stop it, but at the same time, I like that energy. That's the ones that you'll see on TV. When they got their jackets on. This ain't no bullshit, bro. This the same ones that you will see on TV. Whenever they show the camera crew and they got the agents seizing things outside the residence. That's the same ones you would see, these individuals right here. That's the same ones you would see on the news when they conduct their raids. Yep. They be in their jackets, not their suits, but their jackets. That's them. Shout out to these federal law officials here. Good job. Good job. And they're doing the right thing by pulling through this investigation too. Good job. That makes me happy. Because that means there's no more heartbreak or pain. To the individuals that had to endure this pain, along with 2 people. It sounds like to me they're pulling forward and they're confronting this situation by taking action. A lot of action cards here. And this is immediate action too. 8 of Wands and the Knight of Swords. That's the fastest cards in the tarot. So that means that they are taking action and they are pulling through with this investigation. And they're going to catch an abusive stepfather. What it looks like, there's a stepfather that's going to be confronted. The female is okay, but she's going to be separated from this guy right here that they with. They got a lot of information on this dude. I'm not really getting this individual getting in any trouble, but they definitely gonna get searched, bro. That's for damn sure. And these officials don't look too good for them. 6 of Pentacles reverse, don't look too good for them at all. It's all about taking action. Knight of Swords and the 8 of Wands energy. So why are they pulling through with this situation? Because of corruption within the law. Exactly. Corruption. Because this is corrupt what is being done. This is against the law, and there's also law officials that's involved in that. It's right here. And they got plenty of information online about all these conversations being had too. Clarify the justice reverse. Involving youngins. There's a lot of corruption involving youngins being harmed. There's also somebody speaking up and relentlessly giving messages when it comes to this being done to them. Page of Pentacles reverse. The individual keeps on being lied on. Feds are taking action towards a couple of extortionists. Yeah, they are. That's why they're pulling through with the situation, because these individuals are abusing their authority. And being seen to be abusing their authority outside the jurisdiction, to be doing something that's connected to 2 people that's in a connection with each other that are married. So yeah, this is going to progress rapidly. This investigation is progressing rapidly at a very rapid pace with the 8 of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So that is a damn good sign. It's progressing at a very rapid pace. So you know what that means? They have enough on the situation to take action. Good. Why am I getting that the FBI has enough on the situation to actually take some action? They're going straight towards the department, what it looks like, straight towards officials. There's the jackets right there. Because of a cancer, because of things being hidden, there's a lot of sinister things being hidden. About a Queen of Pentacles reverse. Okay, so somebody that's in this cancer's energy, or somebody that's trying to manipulate something, there's a trafficker in this individual's energy. And they know exactly who this is connected to. Ten of Pentacles reverse. This marriage right here is fraudulent. And this is connected to nothing but trafficking. Or somebody from your past that's doing this shit to you also. Ace of Cups reverse. Whatever fucked up plan that this individual thinks that they have, that's going to try to get in the way of who you are, this is getting in the way of them. Eight of Cups. They're caught, bro. Seven of Swords reverse, they're caught secretly. They're also caught for using your identity. Queen of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles reverse again. Two of Pentacles, they're catching a double of somebody. Catching a fucking scammer. Ace of Swords. That's right. Five of Cups. They're also catching this individual in numerous amount of tax fraud too. With his Six of Pentacles reverse, catching this individual trying to do something while mimicking as if this is you when it comes to tax return or something. If the IRS has ever sent you a double letter to your residence, that's why. They found out who that was behind. I'm getting IRS has investigated it too. Good. They're catching a trafficker running an illegal trafficking business in your name connected to a marriage with a Ten of Pentacles reverse with a few crooked officials that's connected to them. That's operating this business. Somebody could be coming clean. Oh, it's a little too late for that. They already know. They already know. They pretty much made up their mind and decision on how far they're not going to get with this situation. And how it's going to get them stopped straight in their tracks with a Seven of Swords reverse. They already got enough information. They don't need to come clean about shit. They already know and they're keeping it to themselves. I'm also getting, they want to see just how far these individuals was going to try to drag something out and switch at the last minute. When things start to become intense and real aggravating or real corrupt, I'm getting that since the situation progressed in that type of manner, they could be coming out of their cover as I say, oh, there they are. This could also be connected to, I feel like it's safe enough for me to announce this. There could have been some ghost operation tactics that could have been used, involving a lot of shape shifting and a lot of undetected activity that could have caught this. And I'm not about to give no information on how they was able to do that. Out of respect for them, I'm not going to sit there and give the details. But it could have been a bit of a ghost operation that was ran. And I feel it's safe enough for me to announce that because they definitely got caught with the Seven of Swords reverse. They're caught. Somebody is indeed getting caught with your identity too, using your identity. We're running a business that's connected to these other individuals. They just wanted to see how far these individuals was going to try to take a situation. And they took it way too far. They could have paid one of these authority figures covertly in order to pay this individual to keep on running this business. And that's how they was able, and they could have captured something in the process. And who all this is going to? Some of these individuals don't want to be sued because of that. They don't want to get sued. They don't want to get sued. Ten of Pentacles reverse, that's all about sued energy. Lawsuit. Entering in some type of lawsuit. So how they was able to catch this is they already caught this individual stealing from something that you do at your job. This individual just get caught with numerous amount of money coming up stolen. They've been stealing money. There's a lot of money that this individual has been stealing. Also found guilty connected to a setup involving a public setting. Something that took place involving a public setting in regards to a setup to try to get you in trouble. This is a trafficker that's connected to crooked authority figures. That's connected to a whole public setting. That's been seen to be running a public setting in a very malicious type of manner. Now hold on a minute. You know what else I'm getting with this situation? I'm back, y'all. You know what else I'm getting with this energy? There was a couple of FBI agents that could have lied and tried to act like they don't know what's going on, but yet they believed you from the jump when you could have announced something. They could be coming out and actually blowing these individuals' minds and say, no, he's not. They're not behind that. You are. Want proof? 7 of Swords reverse. Why would this person be upset all the time? Why would they be upset? They know who's a victim. They know who's a victim when it comes to abuse of authority and power. They know exactly who's a victim. And a couple of these individuals could have tried to play the role of crookedness or corruptness. That's how they was fucking fooled throughout the situation and how a lot of things was caught. But that, from the looks of it, it looks like that's over. And it's like these individuals are still continuing when somebody could have walked away. It's like you're nowhere around these individuals, and yet this is still being done to you. This could have been seen within the last 8 days or a week or so ago. They got the truth. That there is indeed a double of you. And there's something that's coming from this marriage right here. They got something to do with some type of financial deposit. Something about something that has been deposited in some type of account when it comes to these activities being ran. That's connecting this to this marriage. These individuals are fucked, bro. Keep in mind, this is a long ways away from where you're at. So why would they be taking action? Clarify that. Give me one last final closing message for the action cards. There's one authority figure that can't lie. Could be two of them. Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands energy. They can't lie. So what's the final closing message of these individuals taking action on that? King of Swords. I ain't seen this card in a long time. 6 of Swords because of something at a long distance. The Devil reverse. That way they can release this controlling trafficking situation to dismantle this trafficking situation. Yeah, to set people free from, this is also connected to an illegal binding contract. That's another thing that the feds could be setting people free from, an illegal binding contract. Yeah, because this cycle don't want to close still. When the world revert, that's why they're taking action. Because this cycle ain't going to close until they roll in and take action to free these individuals. 3 of Swords reverse. The Strength reverse. A Leo or Capricorn. The Star reverse, Aquarius. 6 of Cups. Because this is being done at a long distance. That's why. 10 of Pentacles. So they can make things better. Queen of Swords reverse. the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Wands reverse, the Knight of Swords, and the Two of Swords. They're taking action because they have enough information in order to actually take action, in order to release you from this controlling energy along with somebody else and other people that's connected to it. Bro, some of these individuals are that stupid and that desperate to be continuing to manipulate this cycle while you know where's around. Trying to have it appear as if you're around a public setting causing some type of drama or doing something deceptive when you know where is around. They're going to release these individuals from being attacked too and used against people in a way of a weaponization. Give me a closing message. Closing message. Six of Cups again. Seven of Pentacles. The Nine of Cups reverse. The Two of Swords reverse. Seven of Wands reverse. The Hermit reverse. Five of Swords. The High Priestess reverse. The Three of Wands reverse. The Ten of Swords. Queen of Wands. Nine of Wands. The Two of Cups. The Strength. The Eight of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles reverse with the Six of Cups. Somebody hates the fact that they have to admit to defeat and that you're right. And to expose a lot of lies and throw in the towel as I say they're done. This is what it is. This is not you behind that. Somebody already knows that. That's the energy I'm getting. Be mindful though of this energy because they're going to try to relentlessly get in your energy. To try to form some type of connection with you so they could try to siphon energy off of you intuitively or spiritually. You was found to be innocent at the last time that you had contact with this person in the past, and you turned your back because of something that got in the way to harm you and to try to get in the way of you and this individual being in a connection with each other. You was found innocent whenever this first started on you. Whenever you was actually with this person from your past. That's how long you've been innocent. Somebody's throwing in a towel, as I say, they're going to tell the truth. They hate that they have to do it, but everything is linking it back to these individuals. Not you. You don't want to upset over the situation because of this being done to you. It ain't that damn hard to tell who's a fucking victim and who is sitting there trying to play something that they're not. Okay, so somebody admitted to everything. They hate the fact that they did that. But somebody already had the information. That Queen of Swords already had the information. It's like an arrogant energy to them, as I say. They know. They know. Thank you, but they know. They already knew. Why am I getting the vibes that somebody could have admitted to something and threw in the towel and told a bit of the truth? Yeah, you're not the one behind doing all this involving a marriage or a connection. They know you're not. The higher ups know you're not either. You don't need to confirm shit to them. They just want to see how far these individuals are going to try to lie. That's what it looks and what it sounds like. Get them all buttered up to make them think that, oh yeah, everything is under the radar. Yeah, you think that. Two of Pentacles reverse. The Five of Pentacles reverse. The Empress reverse. So somebody's not going to be able to keep on juggling the situation. Yeah, they did admit to it. Yeah, they did. They could have been paid a good amount of money to admit to it. Three of Cups reverse. Ten of Swords. Justice. Seven of Wands reverse. The Wheel of Fortune reverse. Six of Pentacles reverse. The Four of Cups. The Emperor reverse. The Two of Wands. And the Nine of Pentacles. They could have threw in the towel. As I say, to hell with it. They don't think this is funny. Sounded to me they did tell the truth, because there's an older woman in the energy. That could be that Queen of Pentacles reverse that was doing this shit to you. Do the higher authority figures know for sure who's behind that? Three of Wands reverse. Ten of Pentacles reverse again. Queen of Pentacles reverse again. Yep. Plans are failing. Disrupt. The feds are coming in to disrupt something. It's like a huge disruption. King of Wands reverse. They got a confirmation on that. Page of Wands. About this cycle that don't want to end. Judgment. They're evaluating it. They could be putting this before a judge. Ace of Cups reverse. Eight of Cups reverse. These elephants ain't controlling shit. Four of Wands reverse. Queen of Swords reverse. The Page of Cups. Oh. And the Moon. They could be judging one of their own for withholding information and in order to keep this on going like they've been doing. They're on the judgment too. Somebody was trying to confuse them. So if you did report something being done to you, something was trying to confuse them. And now this is scaring the hell out of these individuals, because you're really not the one behind all this activity. With the Ten of Pentacles reverse, these two are. This is an authority figure right here, and that's a Queen of Pentacles reverse that's running and operating this business at a long distance over the internet and having you disapprove of in a public setting and to have you under attack. This is scaring them. This is scary to them. I'm also getting their intuition, let them know, it's like their intuition knew all along. It's like these individuals are still trying to project onto them to block their clarity, to get in the way of their clarity, to get them to doubt themselves. And to keep on ignoring this problem to where this cycle can continue. That's another thing that I'm picking up on. They're trying to relentlessly use all this dark energy to project a lot of illusions on these individuals to keep this cycle on going, to try to get in the way of their clarity and decision making. Clarify judgment. Okay, so the final decision is to end things with this situation. Scorpio. So things will be ending and changing. This will be ending. That's the final decision. There's a decision being made in order to end this cycle out. And therefore, it's going to bring in new beginnings. This could be happening fast. That right there can make you happy. It's also going to make all parties happy that was being held up with this situation. Because you have to keep in mind, it's not just only you, it's somebody else. There's other people that's connected to that. Four of Cups reverse. Why is the Moon card here? Yeah, Four of Swords. It's like these individuals are trying to project on the higher ups to make this go away. Make this go away. Make this go away. But yet keep on running the same bullshit in order to attack you. But yet got the nerve to sit there and project onto them to just make it go away. They're not controlling shit, bro. They got trouble coming their way. Ten of Wands, and they got enough burden of proof in order to actually bring trouble their way. And I'm getting everything of what they're scared of is exactly what's going to happen to them. What they're afraid of is exactly what's going to happen. They're not going to better to get out of this one. Because of something being done at a long distance. And something that was also done to you that was very extremely corrupt and underhanded in regards to these individuals trying to persuade this individual away from you and to set this other situation up in order for you to be attacked even more. Involving, once again, youngins. Queen of Cups reverse. In order to get this individual to fall out of love with you, to detach from you, and to turn their back and be cold towards you. Because of corruption, Hierophant reverse. So these individuals could control things. Two of Cups. Ain't gonna work out too well. Final closing message. The Eight of Cups reverse. The Ace of Wands reverse. The Four of Wands. The Seven of Swords. The Three of Swords reverse. The Lovers. The Three of Cups. Okay, so some of you out there have you have some love options around in your surroundings, possibly. The Chariot. So it could be a Gemini, a Cancer, a Gemini again, Virgo energy, Queen of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles reverse, the ending card, reverse Scorpio energy, Seven of Pentacles reverse, the Eight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. I'm here, you drive somebody crazy. You drive somebody crazy. You got somebody scared of you, bro. Like somebody's fucking terrified of you. But yet like you at the same time. Yep, you definitely got somebody scared, terrified of you, yet they like you at the same time. It sounds like to me you're gonna have yeah, there ain't nothing ending in your love life. Three of Cups and a Lover's card, there ain't nothing ending in your love life. I'm gonna tell you where all these investments are gonna get these troublemakers and the Eight of Swords energy. This person's also scared that they could get in trouble. This Queen of Swords that could be on the judgment, she's scared that she could get in trouble. But it's like this individual may have like they may have some type of attraction towards that. Their mind's definitely going 90-0 right now. Yep. Yep. There's an authority figure that may have some type of guilty conscience that wants to communicate with you in order for them to hold themselves accountable or something. There's a kinky side to one of these individuals. It's like one of these individuals want you to hold them accountable with their own fucking with their own restraints, and to keep apologizing over and over and over and over and over. Get the fuck out of here. We don't want to hear about that shit on this fucking channel. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to do that. They fucking scared as hell of you. But yet they got a hidden side to them with these cards right here. That's how they want you to hold them account and not let them get away. A few of them could be in that energy. They feel like they're the bad person. They feel like you running them down. They feel like you running them down, and yet this right here crosses their mind and gets them excited in a sense to where it's like you just like they holding the fucking they holding the power on that I don't know, but I'm not about to get into information like that. They're definitely scared, bro. There's an authority figure in the Queen of Swords energy that's in the Seven of Swords that has it in their mind with the Seven of Swords that they feel like you running them down and go catch them in a whole bunch of lies, and this turns them on. But you got other people in the same energy. It's like them being in this fearful energy is attractive to them for some odd reason. You scare the fuck out of these individuals. It makes them attracted to you. Magician? Give me a clarification. Give me a clarification for this message. The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles for the closing message. They can't be doing all that with the Lovers and the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords energy. They can't be doing all that. You got this individual fucking scared. Because they wasn't doing their job the right way with the Eight of Pentacles reverse. They wasn't doing their job the right way. Why does this individual want this person to put them in fucking restraint, to hold them accountable in like a flirtatious but kinky type of way, and yet get it on? Like, they don't want with authority, but yet you may not have that. These individuals are weird, bro. I wouldn't entertain none of that. I ignore them. I ignore them. Hold on, y'all. I'd ignore them. I wouldn't even entertain none of that. Yeah, temperature. I wouldn't entertain that. So what's the cards of advice for this person? What's the cards of advice for this person? Turn your back on them. Five of Swords reverse. The Two of Swords. The Nine of Pentacles reverse. The Magician. Yeah, pull your energy back. Pull your energy back. The Queen of Cups. Pull your energy back. Okay, ain't nobody give a fuck about that. The world. The Devil. The Eight of Pentacles reverse. The Lovers. The Inner card reverse. King of Wands. Seven of Pentacles reverse and the Seven of Swords. With the Three of Wands reverse. What I would do is just pull your energy back. I would also wait for this cycle to close out before you give any energy to this person. Because this cycle is going to fucking close right in like in a Not With the World card. It's going to close. I would avoid any type of temptation or energy towards this person at this time, but wait till the cycle closes, because this cycle is going to close. This cycle is definitely going to close. I would not give this situation, this specific person, any time or attention or energy. Keep your back turned until the cycle fully closes out, because it is going to happen. Why am I getting this cycle is going to close? Because it is the sun. It is. That's a yes. That's a yes. Yep. And I'm not going to be happy about that. Why is the cycle closing? Clarify that. Because of something to do with a public announcement? Somebody pushing through an injustice. That's why. Somebody being highly successful through an injustice, through a lot of corruption. That's why. And expose a lot of lies that these individuals was telling about somebody that's successful. That they're not the ones behind hurting anybody or bothering anybody. Yeah. And it was a victim of fraud. So, whether they like it or not, this cycle's closing. Peace.